In this session, we are going to see about the three-phase of controlled bridge rectifier. Okay, for RL load, we are going to see. Now, don't consider this freewheeling diode. Just we are going to see for first RL load. Then we will see for see with freewheeling diode also. Okay, so in this this is the three-phase input. Here we are using 3 thyristors in the upper arm and 3 diodes in the lower arm. Okay, here the thyristor will be forward biased when the phase which is connected with this thyristor is maximum positive. In the same way, the diode is forward biased when the phase which is associated with this diode is more negative. For example, if the R, okay, take this the voltage between R and Y. Okay, so at that time, one thyristor from upper arm and one diode from lower arm will conduct. Okay, so when the phase R is maximum positive, the thyristor 1 will conduct. When Y is having the negative maximum, then this diode D3 will conduct. Okay, so diodes will conduct for maximum negative voltage, and this thyristor will be conducting for maximum positive voltage. Okay, now we can see the operation by using the waveform. So this is the waveform. There are 2 modes of operation. That is, one is continuous conduction mode. Second one is discontinuous conduction mode. Okay, if the alpha is less than 60 degree, it is called continuous conduction mode. Here this alpha we are going to take 30 degree. Okay, so here we have added 60 degree. Why? Because here we are going to consider line voltage, not phase voltage. In the off wave controlled rectifier, we considered the phase voltages. That's why we added 30 degree. Okay, here you see, here if you take this wave, this is VRY, so maximum voltage. Okay, maximum voltage we get between these 2 angles. That is, this is the minimum angle, this is the maximum angle. So this angle is 60 degree. Okay, that's why we are adding 60 here for line voltages. So 60 plus 30, 90 degree. So we have to trigger the thyristor at 90 degree. See here, for this for this RY phases, this is the 90 degree. Okay, here we have to trigger, and for this YB phases, this is the 90 degree, and for this BR, this is the 90 degree, and again this is RY. For this RY, this is 90 degree. So at these points, the thyristors are going to be triggered. First we can see, so this is the maximum value, RY is maximum. Okay, RY voltage is maximum. So what are the thyristor and diodes are connected, okay, between R and Y. See in this diagram, this is R and this is Y. Okay, between this, what are they connected? So with R, thyristor 1 is connected. With Y, from lower arm, D3 is connected. Okay, so what will be the current path from the R phase, thyristor 1. Okay, this will be the path R, thyristor 1, then load, then diode 3, then Y phase. Okay, this will be the current path. Okay, so thyristor 1 and diode D3 will conduct. So T1 and D3. Okay, see here T1 and D3 at this point. Okay, now here we are triggering the thyristor T1. So T1 and D3 also is forward biased. Okay, so T1 and D3. So the output will be appeared across the load. See here, the same thing. Okay, will be appeared across the load. Then at this point, VRB is maximum. So VRB means between R and B. Okay, R is connected with T1. Okay, same which was conducting already. Now B is connected with D1. Okay, so now the current which was flowing through this diode D3 will be passed to this D1. Okay, current which was flowing through this D3 will be passed to this D1. So what will be the current path from R, T1, load, then so here from load D1 and then B. Okay, like this the current will take path. So working devices are T1 and D1. Okay, T1 and D1 conduct. So see this, so it will continue. Okay, so this RB phase, sorry, RB line voltage will be appeared across the load. Okay, up to here. Okay, up to the duration when the next thyristor is triggered. Okay, here here next thyristor is, what is the maximum value here? VYB, that is the voltage between the Y phase and B phase. So what are what is the thyristor and what are thyristor and diode connected? See, between Y and B. So with Y T2 is connected and with B D1 is connected. Okay, so D1 is already conducting. Now the thyristor T2 comes to forward biased. Okay, so T2 and D1. See, T2 and D1. So this voltage will be appeared as the output. Okay, see, output. Then the maximum value is, maximum voltage is YR. Okay, VYR. Okay, what is the, so Y is connected to T2. Okay, which is already conducting. Then R D2. Okay, D2 is connected with R. So T2 and D2 are conducting. So for this duration, T2 and D2. Okay, see, T2 and D2 are conducting. Then again here, what is the maximum? BR. Okay, BR means B is connected to the thyristor T3. Then so path will be like this, T3 and R is D2. Okay, D2 already, D2 is conducting. So BR means T3 and D2. Okay, this thyristor is new one, T3 and D2. See, T3 and D2. Okay, that phase, that voltage will be appeared as the output. Okay, see, next like this you have to draw. Okay, then for BY, okay, then you can continue like this. So this is for alpha is equal to 30 degree, that is 60 plus 30 is equal to 90 degree. Okay, this is the load voltage. It is given in line value. Okay, then this is the continuous flow of output current. We know about this. Then current through the thyristor 1, this also we know already. So whenever the thyristor T1 is conducting, there the current is flowing through the thyristor. It means like that. Okay, it means that. So from here to here the thyristor T1 is conducting. So we can draw the waveform like this, from this duration to this duration. Okay, then again T1, here also the T1 will come. Okay, after this T1 will conduct. So there also you can draw. Then current through thyristor T2. Okay, so T2, from here it works. So from here to here. Okay, this duration. So for this duration the current is flowing through the thyristor T2. Then current through T3. So here, okay, this duration is for current through T3, and again here there is a conduction of T3. So this duration, okay, this is also for T3. Okay, current through T3. Then current through diode 1, 2, 3. Also we can draw the waveform like this. Okay, this is the duration for diode D1 from here to here. Okay, here also the diode 1 is conducting, and here also the diode 1 is conducting. So this duration is the current flowing through the diode D1. Like this you can draw for D2 also. So D2 means from here, D2 from here to here. Okay, from this duration to this duration up to here. So this is for current through D2. Okay, for D3, so this is the duration. Okay, this is, so this also will come D3. Here also it will come. So here also D3 is conducting. Okay, like this you can draw. This is for continuous conduction mode. Next one is discontinuous conduction mode. Okay, so I want to remind you, now we are seeing for RL load. Okay, now don't consider this freewheeling diode. For discontinuous conduction mode means alpha is greater than 60 degree. Okay, if the alpha is greater than 60 degree, that mode of operation is discontinuous. Okay, so 60 means 60 alpha is greater than 60 degree means we have taken here for 90 degree, alpha 90 degree we have taken, so add it with the 60 degree, so we will get 150 degree. Okay, so for this wave, this is the 150 degree. Okay, here we have to trigger a thyristor, and for this is the 150 degree, and here we have to trigger a thyristor, and for this is the 150 degree, and here we have to trigger the thyristor. Okay, here also this is the previous one waveform, so this is the 150 degree. Here also we have to trigger a thyristor. Okay, so first we can see this 150 degree. Okay, for this wave, this is the 150 degree. At this point, what is the maximum value? Here RB. Okay, RB means what are the thyristor? What is the thyristor? RB from between the arms R and B, thyristor T1. Okay, T1, load B means D1. Okay, diode D1. So T1 and D1 contact. For this duration, T1 and D1 contact. Okay, so the output will be like this. So the VRB output is appeared as the output. Okay, so here it comes. Then after that, so up to here it should come. Okay, up to here means it should go to the negative port also. Okay, there will be negative voltage also. This is because of this inductance effect. Okay, inductance effect, this negative voltage we get. Okay, now we are not considering the freewheeling diode. Okay, so don't confuse with this. Okay, so now I am not considering freewheeling diode. Without freewheeling diode means only with RL load there will be negative voltage. Okay, so there will be negative voltage. Then again this is the maximum value, that is YR. In YR arm T2 and D2. Okay, T2 and D2 conduct. So for this duration T2 and D2 conduct. Okay, the same output we will get, and the negative voltage also we will get. Okay, then again here the maximum voltage is VBY. So B means T3. Okay, T3 load, Y is connected with D3, that is, okay, then T3 and D3. Okay, T3 and D3 are conducting. Also see here T3 and D3 are conducting. So you can draw the output. Okay, here also you will get the negative voltage. So because we are not using the freewheeling diode, due to the inductance effect, we get this negative voltage. Okay, so like this you can draw for the previous waveforms also. Okay, so previous one means here we are triggering, okay, the previous thyristor. Okay, for this duration VBY. Okay, what is the thyristor? Here we will conduct T3 and D3. Okay, so this will be like this. Here you will get this negative voltage. Okay, so this negative voltage is due to this inductance effect. Now to remove this, okay, we don't need this negative voltage. How can we remove it? By using freewheeling diode. Okay, now this freewheeling diode comes into picture. Okay, now by using this freewheeling diode we can prevent the negative voltage. Okay, this freewheeling diode is connected across the load. So because of this load there is no negative voltage. Okay, so this port will not be available. So this port we have removed. So the rest of the term is, so the waveform will become like this. Instead of this negative voltage we will get the zero voltage. Okay, here the output will be 0. Okay, this is that waveform. Okay, so at this duration why it becomes 0 without negative voltage? Because of the conduction of the freewheeling diode. Okay, so if you are asked to draw the waveform for only with RL load, Okay, you can draw like this. If you have to draw with freewheeling diode, then you can draw this waveform. Okay, so this is the load voltage, that is output voltage for discontinuous conduction mode. Why it is called discontinuous conduction mode? See, there is a the zero is reached here. Okay, after this, so discontinuous conduction, zero output and then output, then zero output. So this is called a discontinuous conduction. Then the current is as we saw already, the continuous flow of current. Then current through the thyristor T1, T2, T3. You can draw. Okay, whenever thyristor T1 is conducting, you can draw the waveform. Okay, this is for T2. Like this you can draw for D1, D2, D3 also. Okay, wherever D3 is, so this is the conduction period for D3, this is the conduction period for D1, this is for D2, this is for D3. Okay, again you can draw for freewheeling diode also. So this is the conduction period of freewheeling diode. That means the current is flowing through the freewheeling diode. So you can draw the waveform here. So this also due to the freewheeling diode, okay, this is also due to the freewheeling diode. Okay, so this is about the discontinuous conduction mode. So we have seen in this video about the three-phase off controlled rectifier, otherwise three-phase semiconductor with RL load. Thank you.